so within a few weeks before she died, I had a few nurses who came to me and said, well, your grandma just prayed for me, and I think I might be a Christian now. And it was quite a few of them. So she, for the last few months, she was in the Lake City Care Center, and she came out of her room only towards the end, the last couple of weeks. She wanted to stay in her room. She liked the quiet. There was too much distraction when she came out, too much noise, and so she wanted to be alone with the Lord. She wanted to rest and look out her beautiful view, and the last couple of weeks were different. She came out, and she came up to the nurse's desk every time there was a new nurse, and she would just tell them she was going to pray for them, and they would agree with her because it was easiest. And she would continue to press in on them. And then she started getting very bold, and she would go right into the resident's room and just ask them if they knew Jesus and say, I'm going to pray for you. And so lots of residents said, I met your grandma today. I met your grandma today. And I said, oh, actually, she's been here for months, but good. I'm glad. And so she prayed for all of them. She knew her time was short, and so that was our first pointer that it was very short, because she was giving everything she had of the Lord. And then I passed my nursing boards, and I was going to be her nurse for the first time on Thursday. And I couldn't have been more excited. So every day that I worked, I went and I ate with her at 10 a.m. And then I came back and tucked her in at about 6:30 at night. And she was already in bed, so I'd wake her up and we'd pray and I'd tuck her in. And on Tuesday, I went to pray for her and tuck her in. And I said, I love you. I will be back tomorrow. And she said, no, don't come tomorrow. It's your day off. She had my calendar with my work schedule, and so she knew it was my day off. And she said, don't come tomorrow. And I said, well, I stop every day, so I'm just going to stop. And she said, no, just enjoy your family. Stay home. I'm going to sleep anyway. And I said, okay. And I said, okay, well, I'll be your nurse on Thursday. And she said, oh, really? And I said, yep, I'll be your nurse. She said, I won't be here. And so I said, well, okay, well, we'll see. I said, well, the Lord will take you when he's ready. So I'll see you Thursday. And on Wednesday, I made supper and I cleaned up, and I decided I was going to go see her anyway. And I went to go put my shoes on. As I was putting my shoes on to go see her, my mom called me and let me know that she just went to sleep.
Yeah, as she was thinking about going, they called me and said that she had passed. So,
and my friends that were with her, the nurses that were with her, said she was up and awake, and then she just went to sleep. And they were with her, and they sat with her the last couple minutes, and she just went to sleep so peacefully. And I got to tell them all that that's what happens when you live with the Lord. He takes you so softly, so gently. And so she just went to sleep with no pain.